Hello, everyone. My name is Ken Lewicki of channelinginc.com. Please go visit my website, channelinginc.com. That's where you'll find all my spiritual events that I do on a regular basis. Today, what I'd like to talk about is probably the opposite of what most people talk about. A lot of people in the spirituality industry say, oh, I'm going to talk to you about doing this before you channel. You got to do this before you channel. You got to do that before you channel. You have to do all these things before you channel. Guess what? I'm going to teach you the opposite in this talk today about doing less things. Why less things? Why would I want to do less things when I learn to channel and to do a spirituality? Because where do I want to get all my students in their channeling abilities? I want to get them where they can channel anywhere, anytime, on the spot, in the moment, any situation, any circumstance. And in order to do this, if you have to do these 10, 20, 30 things before you start to channel, it's impossible to be able to channel all these different places, these locations. So I want you to keep it lean. Oftentimes, when it comes to spirituality, people are like, oh, you need to do this first in order to channel, and you need to do that first. You need to create this sacred space and create this environment, and you need to put crystals and create a crystal grid or sage the place and light some incense and all this other stuff. Maybe light a candle, I don't know, whatever. I'm not saying you shouldn't do this. Maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't, maybe it's necessary, maybe it's not. And so with channeling, what you can do is when you learn to channel your spirit guides and you learn to channel them at more advanced levels, you can start to check these things. Is what I think I need to do necessary? Is what I think I need to do to start channeling absolutely important? So for example, like if I'm at my job and my boss comes to me and asks me a question, I can channel like what to say and what not to say. But if I'm like, oh wait, before I answer that question, let me light some Palo Santo, or let me, you know, do some weird seance thing or whatever. Your boss be like, okay, come to me. I want to kind of maybe let you go and you don't need to work for us anymore. Like stuff like that. Like literally, your job could be at jeopardy, or your relationship with other people might be at jeopardy if you think you need to do this stuff when it's not necessary. So instead, what I want you to do is as you learn to channel and as you get better channeling your spirit guides, start to challenge yourself. Is what I was taught that I think I need to do, is it actually real? Is it actually accurate? Is it actually necessary? So for example, there's this example where, this little girl, she sees her mother cut the ends off the ham and put the ham into the oven. So she asks her mother, like, why do you cut the ends off the ham, mom? And her mom's like, well, I don't know. That's just what grandma did. So the little girl calls up grandma and asks grandma, why do you cut the ends off the ham? And the grandma goes, well, I don't know. That's just what my mom did, my great grandma. So the little girl calls up great grandma and asks great grandma, why do you cut the ends off the ham? And the grandma's like, well, I don't know why you guys are all doing it. I only did it because it wouldn't fit in my roaster. And so sometimes we're doing these things that were passed down through generations. Maybe it was just one or two generations. Maybe it was somebody made something up and goes, oh, this is what you have to do. And people just blindly believe it and start doing it. Or maybe it's been passed down from hundreds of years from our ancestors. And so because we think our ancestors did it, now we need to do it. Sometimes maybe you need to do it. Sometimes maybe you don't. And so instead with channeling is you can check, okay, do I need to cut the ends off the ham? Is it actually necessary and applicable to me now? Do I need to light this candle before I channel? Do I need to, create this sacred space? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Oftentimes I'll be like at a restaurant, just hanging with people, meet some new people, and I'll be channeling right there. Like I did that today. I was at a restaurant. I met some people, and we were talking, and I was like, oh yeah, this is your spirit guides. You have this spirit guide here, and this is how they help you. And, this spirit guide helps you in this area and that area. I just started channeling because I always channel. So that's where I talk about ABC, always be channeling. And what I mean by this, it doesn't mean you're always downloading information. It just means you're always available to receive information from your spirit guides or whoever it is you want to channel in a good, healthy, safe way, of course, and making sure that you're channeling in a way that's good and healthy for you. And also, sometimes it's necessary to do something like for a short period of time, like maybe maybe meditating every day, twice a day for an hour, which is what I did for 3 months, and which is helping me to calm my mind so that I can hear the nuances and the intricacies of my spirit guides over my busy mind, my busy brain, is something like that. And then, like maybe I need to hold a crystal while I channel, or maybe I don't, because you're not always going to have that crystal with you. So I don't want anyone to create any crutches or any things that they think, oh no, because I don't have my crystal with me, I can't channel, right? Like, because again, you just want to be able to channel anywhere all the time. And if you think of like a baby or a kid, like a toddler, guess what? They're channeling when they're born. And from all the way till they're a toddler until usually society, you know, pushes it out of them or whatever. So they don't need any of these tools. They don't need to do any of this stuff when they channel. So why can't we do this as adults? Why do we need to create all this indoctrination where we think we need to do all these things when we really don't? Because oftentimes we don't need to do these things. We can just channel anywhere, anytime. And you can do this too. My name is Ken Lewicki. I have full certification programs and workshops on teaching people how to channel at really advanced levels. Please check out my website, channelinginc.com. I usually run about 10 to 14 events a month, most of them online, some in person. And if you have any questions, comments, please feel free to message me, and we will talk soon. Have a wonderful day, everyone. And spirituality is meant to be what? Fun. So keep spirituality fun and playful and light and curiosity and childlike, because it really is meant to be fun. Have a great day. Talk to you all soon.